Just a little further. Just a little further. I'm almost to the cabin. What the?
Thank you for coming all this way.
Wait a minute. Who are you? Why are you thanking me? What did I do?
Just remember, Darren.
Huh?
You will always be loved.
What? Dream Journal number 9. I finally made it to the cabin after what seemed like hours of trudging through that heavy snowfall. I finally got to meet her. I finally got to meet the girl in the white dress.
There's a place in the night, a door in my sleep, where I found the girl in my dreams.
Have you ever had one of those recurring dreams that seem to speak to you on a spiritual level? Like, once you woke up, you can still remember it as you go about your day. You rack your brain trying to figure out what it all meant, what the symbolism was behind that little mind movie you had just a few hours ago. If you're like most people, you will eventually forget about it as you go about your life adulting. But I'm not like most people. Let me tell you a story. It all started one fateful day. As I got off the train, walking past yet another billboard ad to visit Southern Connecticut, I decided to stop by Jackson's and sit down with my morning coffee.
Excuse me, miss. There's a little bit of a problem with my coffee.
So not willing to deal with this today. What's the problem, sir?
I understand this particular coffee shop does custom-made drinks, and I specifically asked for a mocha double latte served in a glass shaped like an old VHS copy of Goodfellas. I also wanted M&M's, caramel, gold shavings, the blood of Frank Zappa.
Sir. With all due respect, I cannot make that specific blend. The amount of caffeine in it would make your heart explode.
That may be true for a normal person, but I am far from normal.
No kidding.
You see, miss, I'm an inventor at heart. In order to run at top efficiency, I need a drink with the exact amount of those wonderful legal stimulants from the shores of Colombia. It'll run directly to my brain and get my synapses firing like a machine gun, and will open my third eye to the possibility of new and exciting technologies that will help mankind reach true enlightenment.
Wait a sec. I know that lunatic. Excuse me, sir. Aren't you Shinji Harada?
That depends. You with the CIA?
CIA? What? Who even asks that? No. It's me, Darren Shaw. Remember? We used to go to college together?
Oh my God, Darren! It's been way too long. How have you been? Do you have anywhere to go right this second? We gotta catch up.
Oh, I got some time to spare. Order your coffee. Let's talk.
Yeah, sure, of course. Now, miss, about my order?
Right away, sir.
Right, yeah. So, what have you been up to since graduating? I remember you were really into software engineering back in the day.
Yeah. It netted me a job at a big tech company. Nothing special, but, it pays the bills. What about you? I remember you were really into building machines and exploring different scientific theories. I swear, you were like a modern-day mad scientist.
I still am a modern-day mad scientist. Unfortunately, the organization I work for just wants me to make superfluous phone apps. I often wonder what happened to us as a society. We used to build rockets, we used to explore space, we wanted to create new and exciting technology to expand our horizons. Now the only use people like me have are for creating photo filters that make you look like a cat girl straight out of an anime.
Distractions to keep us from our full potential.
Amen to that, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Shinji. I remember you were also into dream theory. You still remember any of that stuff?
I still do, yes. Why do you ask?
I've been having this recurring dream the past couple of nights. Okay. I appear in the middle of a blizzard, way up in the mountains, in the middle of the night. I see this cabin off in the distance. The lights are on, and I see the shadow of someone inside. I start walking toward it, never stopping. Last night, I got to the porch, and suddenly, the door opens, and this beautiful girl throws her arms around me and gives me a great big hug. Before I woke up, she said, "You will always be loved." You think it means anything?
Sounds very interesting. What did this girl look like?
She was a blonde Caucasian and wore a white cocktail dress. Her eyes were brilliant blue, and I could have sworn I saw snowflake patterns on her irises.
Did you know anyone from your past that looked like this girl? Like a childhood friend or something?
No.
You ever been to the mountains or rented a cabin during the winter?
I've never even left the city.
Then it could be something psychological. This is usually the case with reoccurring dreams. Listen, I gotta get going, but I'll give you my number. If these dreams continue, contact me and keep me updated.
Will do. It was good to see you again.
Same here, man. Later.
Later. Hey, Cheryl, how's things? Listen, I'm gonna have to cancel our date tonight. I gotta put in some overtime to get this latest project done. Look, I'm sorry, but this has to get done. It's not like I can control what the boss wants me to do. Cheryl, come on, will you be reasonable? I still gotta pay rent and utilities and hello? Hello? Perfect.
Hey, trouble in paradise?
Oh, hey, Percy. Yeah, I think it's safe to say it's over between me and Cheryl.
Hey, you don't sound that surprised.
Yeah, I figure it was gonna go south. She's one of those types of girls that think if you do work involving computers, you instantly make Bill Gates money, you know?
I know exactly what you mean. I hate to tell you this, pal, but nowadays most girls are like that. They're always looking to get someone to take care of them and offer nothing in return. Not even good sex. Trust me, I know.
Is it too much to hope for a girl who just likes me for me? Someone I can have an actual connection with?
Hey, I'm sure you'll find your dream girl one day, but for now, it's best to concentrate on your job. At least that won't leave you disappointed in the end. Anyway, sorry to cut and run, but R&D just texted me. They need my help, so I'll see you later, Darren.
Yeah. Later, Percy. Later that night, I went on my computer, remembering what Shinji said about my dreams being psychological. I did a quick Google search and found that a blizzard could represent terribleness or harsh conditions that take all my strength to get through. I thought about that word, harsh conditions. Sounds like my life. Nothing on Match, nothing on eHarmony, nothing on Plenty of Fish, not even anything on Tinder. Billions of people in the world, and I can't find the right girl. Even with the thousands of dating apps and websites at my fingertips. At least, I have a dream girl waiting for me. And just like that, I was right back where I started, on the porch of the cabin. But there was something different about this dream. There was a different atmosphere to it. First off, the blizzard had tapered off and was now a light snowfall. I felt calmer, more relaxed, just chill. I reached for the door slowly, wondering if it was unlocked. it was. I stare in awe at what I see. A roaring fireplace, a full kitchen, a comfy couch, a small coffee table, shelves filled with books, and then...
Welcome back, Darren. It's nice to see you again.
there she was, coming down the stairs. The same white dress, the same blonde hair, the same sweet voice, and the same warm smile. It was the dream girl. I answer her back. My voice was, of course, brimming with confidence. Thank you very much, ma'am. It is very nice to be here.
Would you like something to eat? I have croissants and coffee.
You know, as crazy as this sounds, I am kind of hungry. I'll take you up on that offer.
Perfect. Do you take it black?
I'll take it with skim milk if you got any. So, I gotta ask this. Where exactly am I? And how do you know my name?
I know your name, Darren Shaw, because you are exactly where you need to be. A sanctuary for the soul. A place where the stress of the world cannot get their claws into you, and where one can truly find their inner self.
I see. You know, for physical manifestation of my subconscious desires, you make a really good cup of coffee.
Thank you. It's a special blend from my homeland.
Oh, really? Wait, your homeland? What do you mean? That was amazing. I gotta write this down. The next day, I met Shinji back at Jackson's and told him about my latest dream.
So let me get this straight. She mentioned that the coffee she made for you was a special blend from her homeland?
Yeah, but you know what? That's not even the weirdest part. I actually felt hungry in this one. In fact, in the other dreams I've had when I was walking toward the cabin, I felt cold, tired, and my cheeks were getting red. I was even breathing heavy. Weirder still, I felt that lingering cold for a solid 5 minutes after I woke up. Do you know of anything like this that has happened before?
Can't say I have. This is very fascinating. Now, since you've actually talked to the girl, or this dream girl, if you will, tell me, what was she like?
Well, have you ever met someone and you can tell everything about them just by looking into their eyes?
Yeah.
Well, this girl, I can tell she was as pure as the snow that fell around that cabin. She just radiated this aura of serenity and warmth like no other girl I've met in the real world. It was honestly kind of intimidating. Listen, I know this all sounds crazy, but...
Darren, you're talking to a guy who once operated on a mouse's brain and vocal cords and taught him to recite quotes from every Steve Martin movie. What I have thought and actually done, now that is crazy. But what you're telling me is intriguing. I've never known a dream girl to mention a homeland, nor have I known anyone to actually feel anything while in their dream. Look, I gotta run. Next time you see her, ask her about her homeland. See if you get anywhere. I'll catch you later.
Catch you later, Shinji.
The dreaded 9 to 5, the boss is screaming.
Hey, Percy, how's it? Hey, man, are you feeling all right?
Hey, yeah, I'm fine. Why do you ask?
Maybe it's because you're sweating an awful lot.
Well, if you must know, work is piling up on the Lennox project. We're months away from revealing it to the public, and it's still not anywhere even close to finished. Not to mention all the other projects the boss decided to dump on me.
You look like you need a break. Why don't you take a vacation day? You got some saved up, don't you?
I do, but I'm not going to use them.
Huh?
I can't let anybody down, so no vacation for me. Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. Besides, it all comes with the price of moving up the ladder in this company. I welcome the work. It keeps me on my toes.
Okay, if you think you can handle it.
Yeah, I can handle it.
That night,
Welcome back, Darren. I hope you don't mind. I saved you some coffee and a Danish.
oh, thanks so much. I, actually wanted to talk to you about some things.
Of course. Ask away, my friend.
Okay then. So, where exactly am I? Yes, I know you said that I am where I need to be, but, well, where exactly is, well, here? Is this all on my head? Am I even still on my bed? I'm sorry, but this has been driving me nuts!
Yours is a common question that has been asked by the many who come upon this cabin. Since we have some time before you awake, I will gladly answer. You are actually asleep. While your physical body lies in the realm of Earth, your astral body has been guided to this cabin.
Guided?
Allow me to explain. This cabin, the mountains that surround us, even the snow that falls from the sky, are a sort of checkpoint between the realm of Earth and the realm of dreams. Those who are guided here suffer from the feelings and emotions that they can only handle in silence.
So, you're like a therapist or something?
If that is what they are called in your realm, then yes. I much prefer the title that others have bestowed on me.
And what would that be?
Serenity Maiden.
It's a nice name. I like it.
Thank you.
So, how many people have been here before?
That is like asking how many stars are there in the universe. Anyone who has suffered heartbreak, trauma, crippling loneliness, and aggravating stress have found their way to me, and I am tasked with helping them.
How long have you been doing this job?
How long has humankind existed?
Wow. So, you're like a goddess or something?
That's what others have called me. However, I do not believe that to be accurate. I am no more than a celestial guide.
Then, what is this about a homeland? I thought anything celestial was more or less created, not birthed naturally.
That is where you are wrong, my friend. I was born in a village far beyond your dimension, known as Albatera. To become a Serenity Maiden, one has to be chosen by the Albaterian High Council. She has to be pure, holding no apathy or malice in her heart, always willing to help those Earthrealmers whose souls need healing, but cannot or will not find help in their home dimension.
I see. This is very fascinating. You must have met a lot of interesting people since taking on the role.
Yes, I have. It's just a shame they never stay for very long.
It's a shame I never stay for very long. The visitations would continue each night. I would always appear right inside the cabin, and we would always get to talking. The conversation started out pretty mundane at first, but eventually, things started to get more interesting. I remember this one night. While she was busy preparing snacks, I was just looking out at the night sky.
Something on your mind?
I've just been thinking about this place. It's so different than what I'm used to.
Oh? Where is it you live?
New York City. I see you're trying to remember. Tall buildings, crowded spaces, everyone constantly on the move. You know, just like Sinatra sung about.
Ah, yes. I remember now. It always sounded like such a stressful place to live.
It is, but at the same time, it's something I've become numb to. That's why being in a place like this that's quiet, calming, and peaceful, it just honestly, well, throws me for a loop.
I believe what you are experiencing is what is commonly referred to as a change of scenery. One will often feel like a completely different person when they find themselves in a brand new environment. They will feel emotions they never thought they could feel, and try things they never even thought of trying. It has happened before with many travelers that have come before you.
Is that so? I'd like to hear about one of them, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, no. I wouldn't mind at all. You know, no one has ever asked about my meeting with other travelers before.
Well then, it pleases me to be the first.
Okay. Well, there was this one traveler who was a scientist, and she was absolutely brilliant, and yet she felt as if she hadn't achieved enough in her lifetime.
The night after that,
I see you are interested in the bookcase.
yeah, I've never seen so many on one shelf. Do you mind if I take one?
Not at all. Go right ahead. Do you often do a lot of reading?
Not while I'm on Earth, but here, I feel almost compelled to. I guess this is all part of being in a new environment. So, what's written on these anyway?
Some of them are old folk stories written by famous Albertarian authors. Others are journals from previous Serenity Maidens, detailing their personal thoughts about the travelers they've come into contact with. Even with all the free time I get, there are still so many I've yet to read.
This one looks interesting. Oh. We were reaching for the same book when we touched hands, and that's when I saw her. I mean, really saw her. I already thought she was beautiful, but seeing her up close and personal like that is when I realized she was truly stunning. My mind was racing, my heart was beating, and I just blurted out the first romantic piece of nonsense that popped into my head. You have a nice nose!
Thank you. I should check on the coffee. Be right back.
Wait! Smooth, Darren. Real smooth. The night after that, I decided to ask her a question that had been on my mind for a while, hoping to smooth over what had happened yesterday. So, what's this Albatera like?
Why would you want to know about that, if I may ask?
Well, since I told you about where I live, it's only fair I should know about your hometown.
You certainly make a convincing argument.
So, enlighten me.
My village is located off the coast of Morisset, within the city of Rostal. We are best known for our rare, exotic food, and it's always a big event whenever we would open up trade with our neighboring countries.
What kind of food do you have?
Oh, lots of meats, cheeses, fish. We have these pieces of fruit that are, how should I explain this? They look like tiny, bite-sized fruits that have been fused together to form one large piece.
You mean like a bunch of small peaches to form one big peach, or a bunch of small oranges to form one big orange?
Exactly. We call them bizbang fruits.
Why's that?
When you pick off a piece and put it in your mouth, it immediately combusts into a foam and quickly dissolves with an aftertaste that's like drinking a whole glass of freshly squeezed juice.
That sounds delicious.
It's best not to bite the whole thing, though.
Why's that?
My brother, Tolo, did that one time on a dare when we were younger. He took one big bite, and orange foam started coming out of his mouth and out his nose. Oh, it was terrible.
I'll admit, I'm a pretty introverted guy, so it was nice having someone to talk to, even if it wasn't a dream. I could relax around her, take in her warmth, her everything. It's something I didn't want to change. I didn't want to tell her my problems and make her sad. The next night... Hey, dream girl.
Evening, Darren. How was your day?
Same old, same old. What are you looking at?
It's a letter from my family, telling me what has been going on in Albatera. They even included a photo. See?
Oh, they look like nice people.
They are. Father works as a craftsman, my mother is a novelist, and Tolo is currently working as a ranch hand.
You talk of your family as if they're still alive.
They are. You see, Albatarians live far longer than Earthrealmers, by at least several millennia.
Damn. Hope I look good after just one millennia. So, do you get to see them, on your, off hours?
Unfortunately, I can't. I don't get off hours.
Huh?
Oh, it's nothing. I'll start pouring the coffee.
That certainly didn't sound like nothing. I wonder if... there's been something I've been noticing about you lately.
Oh? What is it?
Your eyes.
My eyes?
Yes. I noticed there's a bit of a snowflake pattern on the irises. Is that common among the Albatarians?
Oh, thank you for noticing. Actually, it's a very rare condition. Only 1 in 3 million are born with it. It doesn't affect my vision at all, so it's more cosmetic than anything special.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, I think they look beautiful.
Really? You think so?
Absolutely.
You know, Darren, you have nice eyes too.
You really think so?
Yes, they are lovely eyes. You also have a nice nose too.
The croissants are burning.
Huh?
The croissants are burning!
Oh no! Oh, damn it. They're ruined.
Well, I wouldn't say that. They're more like 75% burnt. I mean, it's better than 100% burnt.
Guess you're right. Oh no.
Maybe it's best not to pry. I mean, as long as I can keep visiting her, she would be happy. But last night, something happened.
What the hell do you mean I have to do the whole damn thing? That was your job, Percy. Your job, not mine.
Darren, I really need your help on this one. I'm tied up with the Lennox project, and I have no other options. I admit it, okay? I bit off more than I could chew.
Well, then why don't you get someone else to do it?
Don't you think I tried that? They got their hands full too.
Oh, I get it. So you just dump the work on me, and I'm supposed to be cool with it. Is that how this works? All right. Why not go to the boss and see if you can get an extension?
I did. And when he said no, I told him you'd be glad to take over.
You're just trying to cover your own ass, you son of a bitch!
Look, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I panicked and just blurted it out. You gotta help me, man. I'm really in a bind.
Fine. But this is the only time, all right?
Okay, thank you, Darren. Thank you. You will not regret this. I gotta go. Later.
Yes, super. I better get some sleep for an early day tomorrow. Lucky me.
Is something wrong, Darren? You've been awfully quiet tonight.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just fine.
You certainly do not sound fine.
It's nothing. It's just, Earthrealm problems.
It does not matter in what realm your problems lie. It is never good to stew in your own negative emotions. So please, tell me what is the matter.
All right. So my coworker decided to dump a project he was supposed to do on me. I gotta go in early and stay late to finish it up.
That's terrible. You should not have to do somebody else's work.
It's more than that, actually. When I was a kid, I swore to myself that I would never become like all the other adults I knew, who just drowned themselves in their job and never tried to escape the banality of their lives. Now here I am, almost 30, and I find myself in the exact same boat. I'm not...
working because I enjoy it. I'm working because I have to maintain my current way of living. I'm drowning myself in labor. And the dreams I want to achieve and the goals I want to accomplish, they just seem to fade away with each passing day. I live for the job and nothing more.
Yours is, unfortunately, not a unique problem to your realm. Many travelers before you have told stories of feeling trapped in a never-ending cycle of work, stress, and taxes. However, there is always an unseen silver lining to a situation like yours.
What do you mean?
Let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like there is an outside force guiding you towards a new life?
Well, I always see this billboard on my way to work advertising visiting southern Connecticut. I do have family that lives down there, and I mean, they're always asking me to move to be closer to them, but I don't know.
I understand your hesitation. Making a decision to form an uncertain future will always be one of the greatest risks mankind will ever have to face. However, one cannot survive on being eternally stubborn and staying in one position, hoping for change that may never come. What of your family? This is the first time I've heard mention of them. Are they bad people?
No, not at all. They're just, well, ordinary.
An ordinary family is still better than one that doesn't care for you. You should reach out to them. I'm sure they're willing to help.
Well, of course they are. I just...
Want to do things on your own?
Yeah. How did you know that?
When you've been around as long as I have, that reason comes up more often than you would think. Pride is an admirable quality to have, but it is never wrong to ask for help if you really need it, especially from those close to you.
Well, I can't argue with that logic. But, there was actually another reason I didn't want to tell you.
Why is that?
Well, you said I was guided to this place because of the problems I had in the realm of Earth, right? Since I told you my problems and you gave me sage advice...
Yes. How could I have forgotten? Once the problem of the Earthrealmer has been solved, my job with them is done.
I've been holding off on telling you because, honestly, the best part of coming here was talking to you and hearing all about Albatera.
I understand. But no one can live in a dream forever.
You know what? I just thought of something. Let's go out with a bang.
With a bang? What does that mean?
Well, it means since this is our final night together, why don't we celebrate? You got any red wine and food that's not just croissants and danishes?
Ah, I see. I actually do have red wine and a little something extra. Give me a second to get it all out. Right after you left last night, I got a care package from my family. Trading in Albatera has started, and they sent me a little bit of everything. Meat, cheese, fish, and of course...
Oh, hey, it's that Bizbang fruit you were telling me about.
Try one.
Well, don't mind if I do. Oh my god! This is the best!
I knew you would like it. Now, to make it even better.
Okay.
First, I take the other piece of fruit
Okay.
and put it on a plate.
All right.
Then, I uncork the bottle of wine and pour it over the fruit. Now try it.
Well, I'm not nothing if not adventurous. Oh. 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 Oh, what a fizz. Oh. Now that's like eating a whole bottle of champagne.
Tolo showed me that trick. It's the fastest way to get drunk.
I gotta tell you, your brother, he must be a hit at parties.
He is.
We ate, we drank, we sang, we danced. We talked for hours on end and made every minute worth it. Eventually, as the
wine-soaked fizz-bang fruit started to wear off on the both of us, I decided to confess something else to her. You know, Dream Girl, there was one other reason why I didn't want to tell you about my problems.
What was the reason?
Well, I've noticed this sad look in your eyes and in your voice over the past few days. Like you're hiding something from me, just like I was hiding something from you.
Is it that noticeable?
Very. Would you like to talk about it?
The life of a Serenity Maiden is twofold. On one hand, it is rewarding to bring comfort and ease to those who come. On the other hand, I am forced to endure the eternal loneliness that comes with this position.
Eternal loneliness? But what about all the people that come here?
Whenever a traveler leaves this cabin, it could be days, weeks, even months before another one arrives. In that time, all I can do is sit and wait for the next person to arrive, with only my books and my memories to keep me company.
Well, if that's the case, why not get out of this cabin and get some fresh air? Why not go explore other realms or go visit Albatera?
I can't,
Why not?
because I am magically bound to this cabin. Were I to venture anywhere beyond the porch, my atoms would be ripped from my body and scattered with the falling snow.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
I live in comfort, and yet I am a prisoner, bound by duty and the need to help others, even if it costs me my happiness.
Dream Girl,
There are travelers who have actually, if one can believe it, declared their love for me. They had called me their muse, their inspiration, the beautiful rose they will always remember. They usually never come back. And the ones that do come back, they don't remember who I am.
I'm so sorry. You know, I'm not going to claim to know what exactly those other travelers were thinking when they said those things, but maybe they weren't being 100% truthful. Maybe they still thought of you as just a figment of their imagination or the representation of the ideal woman. Maybe they didn't think you were real. Maybe they didn't realize that you had a homeland, a family, or friends. Maybe they didn't know that you can laugh, cry, have regrets or insecurities, just like we Earthroamers do. Maybe they didn't take the time to learn, like I did, that you are a remarkable woman. And even if it's 10 days or 10 years from now, you are someone I can never forget. Because you are more than just a dream.
Thank you, Darren. I am very lucky to have known someone like you. Would you mind staying by my side till you have to go?
Whatever it takes to make you happy.
Would you mind holding me, too?
I wouldn't mind at all.
This feels good.
Yeah. Now, this is something I'm gonna remember for a lifetime. On that night, I learned two things. The first, love can transcend and bloom between dimensions. The second, if you get drunk in a dream, oh, my head, you pay for it in the morning. Now, you would expect the story to end there, right? Hell, I thought it did. But this is where things get a bit more interesting. So the following night, I was at the train station talking to my sister on the phone. Listen, I thought long and hard about this and decided it's the best option. I'm getting burnt out and I need a do-over in life. Listen, I'm about to get on the train, but I definitely want to talk more about this over the weekend. Give Mom and Dad the news too. Love you, sis. Night. After busting my ass on the project that Percy shoved onto me, I rushed to get the last train home. Exhausted, I decided to put on some music while I slept. And then... Wait a minute. I'm back in the cabin. But how in the...
Darren?
Dream Girl!
Why are you back here? I thought your problem was resolved.
I thought so too. Maybe it's something else that needs resolving, or
What is that in your hand?
Huh?
And on your head?
Huh? Oh! This is my phone, and these are my headphones.
This is impossible.
What's the matter?
It is only the physical body that can enter the realm of dreams. Inanimate objects cannot pass through. I have to check my books. A phenomenon like this must have been recorded. This can't be.
What is it? What's the matter?
There's absolutely nothing in the books about this ever happening, either then or now.
So we have no idea if me having my phone here is a good thing or a bad thing.
May I have your headphones? It may have something to do with what you're listening to.
How do you figure?
I've heard stories from long ago about travelers who can transcend dimensions by listening to music at a certain frequency.
Well, I've fallen asleep to music plenty of times, and I've never transcended dimensions. As far as I know.
May I listen?
Sure. Here you go.
So I'm coming to you to break you from your chains. Wait for truth, wait for love, 'cause I'm coming for you, and I won't stop until it's seen through.
By the gods, this music is beautiful. The singer is wonderful. Who is she?
Oh, that's Emily McKay of the band Insincere Sincerity.
I've never heard anything like this.
Does it have anything to do with why I'm here?
I don't think so. The frequency doesn't seem loud enough to break the dimensional barrier.
And after that, we both fell silent. Any questions we may have had just melted away as the music filled the cabin. I could tell she just wanted to relax and enjoy my company. And I wanted to do the same. We were about 4 songs in when all of a sudden she just stood up and ran upstairs. Hey, what's wrong?
I just thought of something. Stay right there. I want you to take this. It was the pendant my father made for me before I came to this cabin. If my theory is correct, it should be with you when you wake up.
It does sound plausible. I hope you're right.
There's something else I want to give you.
What is it?
A genuine gift for the man I love.
She kissed me before I woke up. My lips were left tingling. I wonder if... I opened my right hand, and sure enough, there was the pendant. The next day, I went to Shinji's place to show him the pendant. Hey, Shinji! Where are ya?
In back! I'm in the middle of something!
All right. Ah, here you are. Hey, not for nothing, why is that pitcher of orange juice on fire?
Oh my god, are you working on a new alternative fuel source?
What are you talking about? That's just leftover from breakfast. Want some? It's still fizzing.
That's okay. I'm good. Bad acid reflux, you see. Anyway, listen, I got something to show you.
Well, what do we have here? Just two wild and crazy guys!
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah, let me introduce you. Steve Martin Mouse, this is Darren. Darren Steve Martin Mouse.
Oh, yeah, how's it going, Steve? Listen, Shinji, something big happened last night. I fell asleep on the train, and I was transported back to the cabin.
Wait, I thought you said once your problem was solved, you wouldn't be able to come back.
I thought so too, but, well, it happened. Not only that, but my phone and my headphones came with me, which is not supposed to happen according to Dreamgirl. Anyway, before I left, she gave me this pendant.
Pendant? Can I see it?
Sure, here you go.
This is amazing. I've never seen anything like this. The jewel in the center is of a cut and a color that shouldn't exist. And the metal it's encased around is so pure. I can't make a dent in it, and yet it feels as light as a feather. This is absolutely incredible. Darren, let me ask you this. Have you ever seen that movie Stargate?
No.
Good, don't. It's a terrible movie. Despite that, it did give me the inspiration to actually build this.
It inspired you to create an art piece out of a broken toilet and bicycle parts?
Actually, this was made out of a broken sink and tricycle parts, and this is no mere art piece. This is my own dimensional gateway.
You've got to be kidding me.
I never kid about science, my friend. I completed it 2 years ago. Unfortunately, I can never find a focal point or a physical anchor that can tether two realms together. Until now.
So, do you know if this thing even works?
That's what we're going to find out. I want you to help me get it working again. I have to warn you that this is going to take more than a few all-nighters. We're talking recalibration, synchronization, the whole 9 yards. And even then, we're working on theory alone.
If there's a chance to see her without going to sleep, I'll be glad to help out. Hey, we can make it like our old college days. I'll bring the pizza and beer if you bring the tunes.
All right, but why not let me cook for you?
Oh, no. Absolutely not. You remember the one night you tried cooking a 3-bean casserole, right? It mutated into an octopus that talked like Richard Pryor.
Hey, I'll have you know that my cooking has vastly improved since then. Now it mutates into a squid that talks like John Candy.
Hey, Dream Girl.
Hi, Darren. What's that you've got in your hands?
Well, I thought I would surprise you and actually cook you dinner tonight.
Cook for me? That's so sweet of you.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I decided to grab some stuff that wouldn't spoil on the way over. I got some thin spaghetti, I got some cherry tomatoes. Oh, and the piece de resistance, a jar of Grandma Shaw's special secret marinara sauce. A few minutes later, so, what do you think?
This is delicious. It's so zesty and spicy.
Well, that's Grandma Shaw's super secret sauce for you.
Yeah, about that, I didn't know that a secret family recipe came with a receipt from the local Stop and Shop.
Oh, curses! My secret shame has been revealed!
Still, it was a wonderful meal. I'm truly grateful, Darren. Thank you.
Well, what can I say? It's always an honor to make you happy. After dinner, we sat on the porch with our wine, just looking up at the night sky. Hey, Dream Girl? Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Of course. What is it?
Have you ever stopped to think about what has happened over the past couple of weeks? How everything from my first arrival to this very moment seems to, well, connect to one another. I don't know why, but to me, it feels like a bridge is being built, piece by piece, over our dimensions, so that both of us could cross it from our respective sides and meet right here, in the middle. Do you know what I mean?
As a matter of fact, I do. Not a day goes by where I haven't thought about what has happened, and I do feel that something has been pulling us closer together. In fact, your analogy reminds me of a story.
A story?
Yes, it's one my mother used to tell me when I was a child. There was once a woman who had recently moved into a new house and went out one day to buy new home furnishings. While browsing, she came across a beautiful full-length mirror that she thought would be perfect for her bedroom. She bought it, and once she got it home, placed it to the left of her bed. One day, she caught a glimpse of what looked like a handsome man in the mirror's reflection. Startled, she thought it was just her imagination or a trick of the light. However, when she looked again, she saw the same man as clear as day, who was just as startled as she was. After the initial shock wore off, they both introduced themselves. As it turns out, the mirror was actually a communicator to another dimension. The man had bought the same kind of mirror just a few days prior, exactly when the woman bought hers, in fact. Soon, they both began talking. Small, mundane things at first, like their names and what they did for a living. Soon, though, they began talking about their respective worlds and what was unique about them. Eventually, the conversations became more intimate as they both discussed their dreams, their hopes, even their fears. From there, a great love blossomed between them. It was a shame that they were separated by a pane of glass. One night, the woman awoke to a strange noise, realizing it was emanating from her mirror. It was rippling, like what happens when you throw a stone into a lake. Instinctively, she reached out to touch it and fell through to the other side. Once there, she saw that there was a long stone bridge over a deep ravine and a lone figure at the other end of it. As she started walking toward the other side, she looked down at the smooth stone tiles and noticed something. Each one had an inscription, noting the date and what both she and the man on the other side had talked about. Her heart raced as she noticed the figure on the other end walking towards her. It was the man from the other dimension. Eventually, they both met in the middle of the bridge, overjoyed that they could finally be with one another.
Wow. That's an amazing story.
It is. And I only told you half of it. It wasn't until years later that I learned the rest of the story, and it gets more than a little saucy.
Really?
Yes. In fact, after they met on the bridge, they went back to the man's place and...
No way. Really?
Yes. And then she...
Oh, never in my life have I heard anything like that. So, when does that step in the relationship come into play?
Darren, who says we can't take that next step? Right now.
Meanwhile, back in the real world, I was helping with Shinji on the dimensional portal and telling him what was going on. Everything was going right, and I couldn't be happier. But then, what is a story without conflict? Hey, Dream Girl! Listen, I got some big news to tell you. As soon as I walked through the door, I quickly noticed I wasn't in the cabin. Instead, I was in a medium-sized room. The only things in it were a long table, a large roaring fireplace behind it, and a single chair across from said table. There sat 3 figures wearing hooded robes and porcelain masks in the shape of a wolf's face. To the left of them sat Dream Girl, worry and grief etched onto her face. Instantly, I knew something was going to go down.
Are you the one known as Darren Shaw?
Well,
Well, out with it, boy. We are very busy men. Are you him, or are you not him?
Yes, I'm him.
If you wouldn't mind sitting, sir. Thank you.
Now, if we can get started...
Excuse me, sir. I don't mean to interrupt, but, who exactly are you people?
How dare you? You don't realize what kind of trouble you have caused, and you are brazen enough to ask who we are? I should deal out your punishment right here on the spot.
Patience, my friend. It is a fair question to ask, especially since he has never laid eyes on us before.
He is an Earthrealmer, and they know nothing of our existence. Please do keep that in mind.
Very well.
You'll have to excuse my colleague, Mr. Shaw. He gets very irritable if he doesn't have enough rest.
Yeah, I'll bet.
To answer your question, we are the Albertarian High Council.
We have been chosen by the gods themselves, sworn with the sacred duty of protecting the balance between the realm of Earth and the realm of dreams, and to fix any problems that could cause a disruption between the two.
Recently, there has been a disturbance in this specific quadrant. It involves you and this, woman, what did she call herself again?
A Serenity Maiden.
Ah, yes, yes, how quaint. Anyway, we have looked into some rather bizarre happenings that have occurred in the past few weeks.
Yes, according to reports, you have been returning to the cabin even though your problem has since been solved, as well as being able to carry inanimate objects into the realm of dreams. Well, this is going to cause some major problems for the barrier, you understand?
Wait, what are you talking about? What barrier?
The cabin you were in, the mountains that surrounded it, even the snow that fell to the ground. That is the barrier between your realm and ours. Your kind may be ignorant of it, but its structural integrity is constantly fraying, like a strand of weak rope.
Thus, it needs to be constantly replenished and repaired through the unleashing of your unique energy signature.
Energy signature?
Many of you Earthrealmers are known for bottling up any stressful thoughts or negative emotions, yes? That is converted into energy and only released when you share your problems with one of our Serenity Maidens.
That energy is then used to strengthen the barrier and keep the two dimensions separate. However, because you keep coming back, others can't get in, and it is causing some rather erratic disturbances.
Look, I understand I'm throwing a monkey wrench in your whole system, but it's not like I'm doing this on purpose. I can only get to this place by going to sleep.
We are well aware of that, Mr. Shaw. Frankly, this is the very first time we've ever encountered such a problem. It's thrown us all for a loop.
Thus, we have come to the only possible conclusion. You are an anomaly.
A what?
Allow me to explain. You have these machines called computers in your realm, yes? And when a computer is not working right or is acting strange, it is the work of a glitch or a virus.
Everything that goes wrong happens around the virus, even when it is not aware of it. If left unchecked, it'll spread and cause untold destruction.
In other words, Mr. Shaw.
I'm a glitch in the system.
Yes.
I am glad you've come to this realization. Therefore, I hereby decree by the power of the Albertarian High Council that you must be erased from existence.
What? Wait a minute!
No! Stop! Don't I get a say in any of this?
Well, it is only fair. Go ahead.
Your punishment is much too harsh for this man. It's outright murder! I beg of you, please don't erase him. There must be some other way to replenish the barrier.
If there was another way, we would not be here right now.
We're sorry, ma'am, but if he continues coming here, the barrier will deteriorate, and both realms will be destroyed. It is a chance we just cannot take.
Unless you have a better idea, we have to eliminate him.
How about banishment?
Banishment.
Yes. I suggest casting a spell of banishment. This way, it can guarantee that Mr. Shaw can never return to this realm and just go back to his normal dreaming cycle. Please consider this option, Great Councilman.
Give us a moment to discuss this.
It had to have been one of the longest 15 seconds of my life. Just sitting there, wondering if I was going to live or be erased without a second thought. During those last few moments, I gave one last look to the dream girl, to see the tears welling up in her eyes, regretting the decision she made, but knowing full well it was the only thing that could save me.
After careful deliberation, we have decided to honor your request. Mr. Shaw, I hereby decree by the power of the Albertarian High Council, you shall be henceforth banished from this realm effective immediately.
I understand, sir. If it's not too much trouble, I would like a moment alone with the maiden.
We shall allow it, but make it quick.
I am so sorry, Darren. I wish there was some other way I could have...
None of that. Listen to me. This is the only option you have to save my life. It's just a shame that this time it really is goodbye. I was hoping to show you the realm of Earth, but hey, them's the breaks, you know?
Yes. I wish I could have been with you longer, but sometimes in life there are no guarantees for a happy ending. I only hope that you find a good woman back in your world.
I'm afraid that's going to be impossible.
Why is that?
Because there is no woman on Earth that can ever compare to you.
I will always love you, Darren. You're the one man that will never leave my heart.
And you will never leave mine.
Mr. Shaw, it is time to go.
Okay. I'm ready.
Dream Girl, wait!
Huh?
One more thing while I'm still here. I meant what I said all those nights ago. Be it 10 days from now or 10 years from now, you are someone I will always remember. You will always be loved. You hear me? I will always remember the Dream Girl!
I made 2 calls the following day. The first one was to Shinji. I told him about what happened and told him to stop work on the gateway. The second was to my sister. I told her I was putting the move on hold. I told her something had happened and just needed some me time, you know? She said she understood. After that, I decided to take Percy's approach and just buried myself in work. I often wondered, did anyone around me notice? Did they want to help out but just decided to back off? It's not like any of that mattered. It's not like I could tell anyone. Things didn't get any better when I tried getting some sleep. Despite being banished, I kept being transported back into the mountains, but I would always end up nowhere near the cabin. Each time I entered, the snow and the wind would be heavier. I tried calling out for help, for her, but no one would come. I
I was dealing with a force I could not see or even comprehend. Perhaps this was fate. Having a big fucking laugh at my expense. What? What? Hello?
Darren, get over to my place now!
Shinji, it's 3 in the morning!
I don't care, just get down here now!
Alright, I'm here. This better be important that you had to wake me up in the middle of the friggin' night!
It's done!
What are you talking about? What's done?
The dimensional gateway! I finally completed it! It took me 6 whole days of non-stop work, but it's finally done!
Shinji, why? Why did you even bother, man? I told you I can't win. You know what? She's probably chatting it up with the latest visitor right now. You know, she's probably forgotten all about me.
Do you really think that?
Yeah. Yeah, I really think that.
Darren?
What? Ah! Why the hell did you hit me?
Because if there are 2 things I absolutely hate the most in this world, it's quitters and liars. I busted my ass on this thing, and you're just giving up? Just because some masked mystery man kicked you out?
Shinji, they have the power to erase my very existence. If I use this thing, who's to say they won't be waiting for me on the other side? Huh? What if I make things worse just by being there? I can't take such a stupid risk.
So you're just gonna stay here and sulk while your dream girl does the same on the other side? You pathetic coward! I thought you wanted her to be happy!
Of course I want her to be happy. But I also want to stay alive. This is a no-win situation. Besides, why the hell do you even care? You have no real stake in this. You never had a stake in this. You just wanted to see if your stupid Stargate actually worked.
I did this so I can see my only friend happy.
Wait. When you say only friend,
Yes, I mean literally. Look, I don't talk about this a lot, but a lot of people have always kept their distance from me, even today. They don't want to be seen with the eccentric mad scientist with the crazy ideas. You're the only one who ever listened to what I had to say. When we reunited, and you started telling me about this girl, I don't know, it reignited that spark of inspiration I thought I'd lost all those years ago. The way you describe her, how beautiful she was, how pure she was, her hopes, her history, that became the driving force behind getting this done. I didn't do this for faint praise or just for the sheer satisfaction of doing it. I did it to make my best friend happy.
Shinji, I had no idea. I'm sorry.
It's not something I really like admitting. I guess that makes me a liar too.
No, Shinji, you're not a liar. You were just trying not to burden anyone else with your problems, just like I was doing. Just like what she's been doing. Let's do this. I can't let her continue to be miserable. Come hell or dimensional collapse, she is coming here. Fire it up, I'm going in.
That's the spirit. Give me a sec to get it working.
By the way, this is gonna be safe, right?
Oh, sure. It was safe enough for my first test subject.
First test subject?
Remember Steve Martinmouse? I had him microchipped before I sent him through the portal on a trial run. His vitals are on the screen over there. As you can see, blood pressure, heartbeat, and brain waves, all A-OK. And if it can work for a mouse, it can work for a man.
Well, if you say so.
Here, put on this comm link while I microchip you. You only have a few minutes to go in and convince her to come with you. Take too long, and the portal will close, and it could take hours or even days to get it running again.
Hey, Shinji.
Yeah.
There's one other thing that's been happening to me recently. Tell me what you think of this.
I was born a poor black child.
You are perhaps the strangest visitor I've ever had.
Ah! God, right on my knee!
By the gods! Are you okay? Darren,
In the flesh.
what are you even doing here? The councilman banished you.
Well, I can answer that in two parts. I'm okay. First off, I wanted to tell you before I was banished. I've been working with a friend of mine to make a gateway that can breach the dimensional barrier without me having to go to sleep, hence the portal. Second,
What in the name of Shiraksha is going on here? You!
What in the 17 hells have you done?
We decided to let you off lightly, but to actually have someone on the outside build a device that can breach the barrier? I didn't think anyone would be stupid enough to actually attempt such a grievous act.
We will scatter your essence to the winds.
wait a minute. Before you do anything, please allow me to speak, good sirs. Listen, even after I was banished, I kept coming back to this realm anyway, away from the cabin.
What? But that's...
Impossible, I know. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out why this is happening to me. And I even asked my friend, Shinji. And I think we figured it out. Ever since I came here, I have experienced things that are beyond anything I could possibly imagine. What if it's the same for you guys? What if there is some force out there that's beyond even you three? And what if that force is looking to bring me and the Serenity Maiden closer together and won't stop till it happens?
What? That's absolutely preposterous. There is nothing more powerful than us. We were chosen by the gods themselves.
Then why did he come back?
What?
If that is true, why does he keep returning to this realm? Why is he standing before you right now?
Well,
Great Councilman, I know I am overstepping my boundaries, but I must speak. For eons upon eons, I have helped those who have come here and have eased the pain that was in their heart. While I am grateful for those souls I have helped, I have wondered time and time again why there is no one that can help ease my own pain. Why must the helper go unhelped? Why must I be locked away just to tether two realms together? This is not a life one should ever live, be they Earthrealmer or Albatarian. I admit, I thought it was strange too when Mr. Shaw first came back to this cabin. But I knew there had to be a reason why this was happening. Then it dawned on me. What if the reason for his initial visit was not just for him to tell me his problems? What if he is correct, and something greater than all of us is bringing him here for a much greater purpose?
And that purpose is?
Something wants me to be happy. Something wants us to be happy.
You must understand, ma'am, it is not that we are unsympathetic to your plight. It is simply that we cannot change what has been written by the gods so long ago.
Cannot or will not.
Madam, what is written in the ancient scriptures is ironclad and absolute. One who contains no malice or apathy in their heart must stay in this cabin. Otherwise, the barrier collapses and both realms will die. I cannot make it any clearer.
Darren, can you hear me?
Shinji?
I've been listening into the conversation, and I think I figured a way out. Listen carefully and repeat exactly what I say.
Sirs, if I may speak freely.
What is it now, Mr. Shaw?
Now, these scriptures you speak of, does it say that it has to be a person who stays in the cabin?
Well, technically, no, but, what am I saying? There is no other animal capable of speech.
Well, now, hear me out on this. What if there was? What if you had, for example, a talking mouse?
What are you babbling about?
Take a look behind you.
What? Leave the fate of 2 dimensions in the paws of this vermin? I think it's ludicrous.
I think it's brilliant. What an idea. And I was there. He took the idea. He saw it ripe on the tree. He plucked it and he put it in his pocket. It's dare I say, genius?
Well, he certainly is a funny little thing.
Yes, it is often said that laughter can fix any problem.
Now, wait a minute! Don't tell me you are actually agreeing with this Earth Realmer to leave the protection of the barrier to this filthy rodent is beyond ridiculous.
Excuse me, sir. Is that your nose or did a bus park on your face?
But you... Let me... Oh, never mind.
It is decided. Ma'am, I hereby decree on behalf of the Albertarian High Council, you are now relieved of your duties as Serenity Maiden of this quadrant. Enjoy the fruits of your retirement with the man you love.
Thank you so much, great councilman. It has been an honor to bring happiness and calm to those that visited.
Shall we go, Dream Girl?
Of course. Wait,
What's the matter?
what if this is a trick? What if I disintegrate right as I enter the portal?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Why do you say that?
Call it a hunch.
Darren! Oh my god, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little dizzy is all. Wait a sec. Where's Dream Girl? Where is she?
I'm over here. I'm okay. Wait a minute. I'm in one piece. I made it through.
You made it through. It's a miracle.
Thank you so much, Darren.
Oh, where are my manners? Dream Girl, this is my best friend, Shinji Harada. He's the one that, hell, he made the dimensional portal.
A pleasure to finally meet you.
And Shinji, this is, you know, after all this time, I never actually got your name. Well, I guess I can't keep calling you Dream Girl now, can I?
No, I guess not. It's Celine. My name is Celine.
1 month later.
Hello?
Oh, hey, Darren, how you been?
Oh, hey, Percy, I've been good. How about you?
Oh, I've been doing better since talking to your girlfriend. I gotta tell you, she is an amazing therapist. The best I've ever been to. It's like she's been doing this for years.
Yeah, you could say that. Oh, by the way, how are things going with Shinji?
Oh, you mean the crazy guy you recommend I hire? Let me tell you, he has been a godsend. Thanks to him, our workload has been cut down by 70%. In fact, it looks like we'll be able to debut the Lennox Dream Machine just in time for the holidays. I mean, think of it. A helmet-TV combination that'll actually let us see other people's dreams. This'll definitely put Nemo Inc. on the map.
Well, I'm glad to hear everything's going so well.
Hey, hon, are you done packing? The cab is gonna be here in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just about finished, Celine. I'm talking to Percy right now. Probably should have mentioned I had you on speakerphone. Sorry.
Not a problem. Hey, Celine.
Hey, Percy. Oh, perfect timing. I got your message, and I should be able to pencil you in for a session next Wednesday. Will 4 o'clock be okay?
Oh, that'll be perfect. I'm actually about to hit the hay for the night. Hope you two enjoy your vacation.
Oh, we will. Night, Percy.
Night.
Hey, Percy. How was work?
Oh, hey, Susie. Work went fine. How's the job at Jackson's been treating you?
It would be a lot better if that crazy Asian guy didn't show up. This time, he demanded we make him a frappuccino made from the blood of Kublai Khan, which, according to him, we keep in a secret room in the back.
Sorry to hear that.
Not to mention these weird dreams I've been having the past few nights.
Oh, really? Well, what kind of dreams?
Well, I'm walking through these snow-covered mountains, and I happen upon this cabin. I open the door, and there's this cute little mouse sitting on the counter. I stare at him, and And suddenly he starts doing a Steve Martin comedy routine.
That sounds like a great dream. I love Steve Martin.
Me too! I used to watch all of his movies with my friends back in college. Roxanne, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, The Three Amigos, his old SNL stuff. He's my absolute favorite.
Wow, I never knew. Say, there's going to be a special showing of The Jerk playing at the Avalon next Saturday. If you're free, why not come with me?
You know what? I am free that day. I'll take you up on that offer.
Great. Well, have a good night.
Same to you. Good night.
Things are finally looking up.
You've been listening to Remember the Dream Girl, an audio play written, produced, and directed by me, Nicholas Petrella. I also did the voice of Darren Shaw. Hope you enjoyed it. I want to give special thanks to my cast for helping me out with this little project of mine. I gotta give special thanks to J.T. Curtis as Shinji Harada and Councilman 1, Adam Langfelder as Percy, Councilman 2, and Steve Martinmouse, my own sister Nancy Dupuy as Susie the Barista, Emily Sabbert as Councilman 3, and last but not least, Sarah Ruth Thomas as Celine the Dream Girl. Both music and songs were done by J.T. Curtis and Emily Sabbert. The sound effects used in this audio play have come from freesounds.com, YouTube, and my own personal collection. I also want to give special thanks to JT Curtis for the final mix and mastering of this audio play. Thanks a lot, friendo. Production copyright 2021, all rights reserved. Again, thanks for listening, and I hope you have inspiring dreams of your own.